Teresa's husband, Kenny Lewis, was a fifth-round pick from Virginia Tech in the 1980s NFL draft, where he was completing his degree, only to be sought out by the New York Jets, who had contacted his hometown police station and eventually found a family member, prompting a call from Jets executive Jim Kinsell. A powerful man like Kenny Lewis needed a powerful woman. Teresa and her husband, Kenny, have 2 children, Kenny Jr. and Lauren, and 3 grandchildren, Jameson, Penelope, and Harper Lee. Following in my husband's footsteps, we are blessed to work in ministry together. We all have different gifts in the body of Christ. I am looking forward to being able to share the importance of healthy eating throughout this ministry opportunity. Genesis 1:29. Then God said, "Look, I have given you every seed-bearing plant throughout the earth and all the fruit trees for your food." Together, Teresa and Kenny Lewis are not only nourishing their community's bodies with wholesome food, but also nurturing their minds and spirits throughout their ministry and their involvement with the schools and the Boys and Girls Clubs. Their unwavering dedication and generosity serve as a shining example of the enduring power of love and service. Please help me welcome SC Teresa Lewis.
Unmute yourself.
Oh.
Welcome.
Teresa.
Welcome. Get all that information. Adrian. Oh my gosh.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be on this call tonight. And I want to thank Marla for asking me to share tonight. I want to thank Adrian, Beverly, and Johnny for all that you do for this Tower Garden community, your dedication to give us this platform to share with others. And just like you always say, one team, one mission. I came to this company through the Juice Plus door. I was having some health challenges with my blood pressure, and I was diagnosed with a hiatal hernia in my stomach, and the acid in my stomach was coming up and it was burning holes in my throat. It was causing holes in my esophagus, and it was causing me to have laryngitis where I couldn't speak, I couldn't sing, because I helped lead praise and worship at my church. And I was on several medications for about 20 years, but got no relief. And my husband and I were blessed to meet a naturopathic doctor in North Carolina who put me, both of us on a protocol, but he put me on a protocol that included Juice Plus, the plant powders. And he told me that I would have to be on it for the rest of my life for the nutritional value that the plant powders offered, and that it would bridge the gap between what I ate and what I should eat. And I knew somebody was going to get paid if I was going to be on it for the rest of my life. So I thought that I would be the one that should get paid. So I became a partner in the company. And I thought that I felt that person should be me. I was thankful to be able to say now I am no longer suffering with acid reflux. My blood pressure is in normal range and I'm on no medication. I'm medication free. If you put your body in the right condition and give it the proper nutrition, along with getting proper amounts of sleep, drinking plenty of water, doing some type of exercise, and including the 7 pillars of health, it'll heal itself. Most of the foods that we eat today are full of preservatives to increase shelf life. They're sprayed with pesticides, herbicides, and are genetically modified. Our bodies don't recognize that stuff, and we become a breeding ground for disease. But just as we know, Juice Plus does not claim to cure, heal, or prevent any disease. God has created our bodies to heal itself. And I found out from making a few lifestyle changes and taking control of my own food source, it has made a big difference in my health. I always knew about the Tower Garden, but every time my husband brought a plant home to our house, it came here to take its last breath and to die. But in 2020, when COVID arrived, all that changed. And I decided that I wanted to take charge of who was touching my food, what was being sprayed on my food, where my food was coming from. So I decided to give the tower garden a shot. And since then, it was on an automatic timer. It watered itself. So I knew that I could do that because that was something that I didn't do to any of my other plants. Didn't water them, didn't do anything like that. So that's why they died. The rest is history. The tower garden is amazing. The health benefits of consuming fresh homegrown produce is amazing. Once I started growing in my garden, I asked myself, why did I wait so long? Once I started sharing pictures on Facebook, people started to call me and ask me what was I growing and what was that thing I was growing on. I was blessed enough for a Facebook friend of mine that was the CEO of the community action outreach in my region to see my gardens on Facebook, and she ordered 12 of them for her Head Start program. I have gardens in schools, homes, the Boys and Girls Club. Although they get one free, they bought 12. The other day, my husband got a telephone call from one of the superintendents where my gardens are, and she sent him a picture. She was very impressed. I have also been blessed to collaborate with a tutorial program that tutors over 400 children in schools in my region after school during the week. They have written several grants and purchased 18 gardens. One of the foundations that they received money from wanted to come and see the gardens. The foundation was impressed by what they saw, and they gave them another $10,000 to purchase more gardens without them even having to write a grant. The grant that they had written included money to pay a STEM coordinator, which is very helpful, and she does an amazing job. I have just started my gardens for the spring. Okay, here's my garden. I have in my kitchen, I have a home garden. And at the top, I've got some microgreens and I've got lettuce. I've got some Swiss chard on there. I started these seedlings maybe about 5 weeks ago. So that's why they're babies. But if you can see, the home garden is a small garden. And it is sitting between my, I have a little freezer in my kitchen. And then I have my counter. So it's very small. So it can fit in a small place. You don't need a lot of room for the home garden. Now I'm going to take you into another room where I have two of my other gardens. I have two flexes. One I added an extension to make it a little taller and I could add more produce to it. And the other one is regular size. So this garden here is a smaller garden and it's the regular size garden. It's when you order it, what you get. And these have collard greens on it. My husband loved collard greens and this garden always grows collard greens. As I said, I just started these seedlings maybe about 5 weeks ago. So they're babies, they're getting started now. And the garden next to it has the extension on it. And this garden I have seedlings on because for the first time, I'm going to do my best on growing outside. I've always grown inside, but this garden is going to travel outside to be on my deck so that I can see what it is. Because I always say you can grow inside and you can grow outside. I know when I see Beverly's Gardens and all the other partners that have shared their outside gardens, they look so healthy and they're doing so well. So I just thought I was going to give it a shot myself. So I'm going to be rolling her out of my sliding glass doors and she's going to be going to my deck and I'm going to be growing her outside. On this garden, I have parsley, I've got basil, I've got some broccoli, I've got lavender on here, got mint growing, some chives, I've got some beet leaves around here. Let me see, I've got spinach, I've got some lemon balm around the back. I've got tomatoes. I guess you can see the little tomatoes on the bottom. I've got a little watermelon there growing. I can't wait to get him outside to see what he's going to do. I've got peppermint around the back, green onions. It's a variety of different produce on this garden, but I'm going to take her outside and let her do her thing. Once again, I just like to thank Marla for asking me to share. because this is something that I don't really do that often. I don't do it all. Honestly, I don't do a lot of speaking, but these gardens have taken my heart. I love to share with people about them whenever they see me. I always flip out my Facebook and I show them my gardens are growing, and it's a great conversation piece. So anyone that's on this call for the first time that was invited by a friend, make sure you get back with that person because they invited you for a purpose. They care about you and they want you to know about something that is just fantastic that will take you to another level nutrition wise. Give them a call, ask them questions. They'll be happy to answer them. But I just once again like to thank you guys for inviting me to share. And I look forward to spending more time with the Food for Thought community.